Hi guys, I'm about to do a video about interviews, and for this YouTube channel that I've just started now, it's called Tips Channel, and it's just giving people little tips as to what they can do. Lots of people have lost their jobs, redundancies everywhere, and just kind of giving you that confidence that once you apply for the jobs that you really want to do, um, and then you get that interview, it's really important to have that mindset of you're gonna get the job. Don't just apply to any company. Um, when we're in 2020 and people don't just apply to any companies these days, people tend to look at what they actually, why would they apply to the company. It's about where that company is from. It's about if the values of the company match with yours, and it's like, what are your values? Think about that. Do you want to work for a company that is not doing much for the world? You don't want to work for that company, because yes, it is labor and yes, it is money, but where do you get that feeling 20 years down the line, 10 years down the line, that you're doing something that you love? You know, that's what's important. Like, work for a company that actually believes in, the ethics that you believe in, the values. So definitely that's really important. Um, Secondly, if you get a job that does not feel like a job, then maybe you really just enjoy the job, that you're working hard, but you love the job. And it's just, that's a perfect feeling. If everyone can come out of coronavirus and then they feel like, wow, I really hated my job whilst I was doing it from home, then you know that that's probably not the job for you. Because working from home should feel, obviously depending on if you've got kids and like lots of distractions, working from home should be amazing. It should be better than being in the office. And if you're working from home and you hate your job, maybe more than what it was previously, or you still hate it as you did when you were working in the office, then I would definitely consider changing jobs. Because when the economy bounces back, there will be lots of jobs, and then you can look for the job that actually makes you happy and drives you forward. Remember that sometimes it's not all about the money. It's not all about what number is at that for that job. If you're doing a job that you really love for 40 grand a year or 30 grand a year, is better than doing a job that you hate for 50 grand a year. And I say this because I've been in a job I didn't like and I left after 7 months. So just remember that it's not going to be about the money. And sometimes you can be unlucky and you do the job that you really hate and it pays really badly, but you have to do it because it's what kind of situation you're in right now. But then my advice would be, wait for the economy to get better, because you will get something better when things get better. There will be lots of jobs, and all I can say is apply, apply, apply. Go to the interview, show your confidence, smile, be that person that you're not normally. If you're not normally a smiley and happy person, just be that person and be intellectual, do your research, show them why they want to work with you. Because it's not always about, who would you rather work for? It's about who would you rather work with, and that's really important. So once you have that answer, then that's fine. Also, do remember that at the end of an interview, you can also feel like you don't want to work for that company, and that's okay. That's fine, because that's the point. Because the point of the interview is a two-way conversation, right? So you've got the feeling of the employer, and then you've got the feeling of the future employee, and you can then say to yourself, okay, I like the way this company looks. I love the vibes. I think this company would be good. Yes, the money is all right, and you're fine, right? But then you can go to the interview and you can say, I don't think I want to work for him, or you feel this is not a good environment. Then you can just kind of make that decision and move on to the next one, because surely you will get other interviews, all right? So don't just take the first job that comes up, because you'll be surprised there'll be another one knocking around the corner, which will be better and easier for you to live a quality life. With the whole redundancies, what you need to do is have that positive mindset that things are going to get better, and just kind of, apply to a few jobs that you really want to do. And then whilst you're applying, also focus a little bit, doing some courses, Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn. There's lots of stuff out there for, people to engage themselves with, and to do some courses, maybe project management course if that's for you. There's some financial management courses online, and if you do those, then those can definitely boost your CV depending on where you're trying to go. Obviously, you don't want to do, the growth for yourself is definitely very important, and obviously when you're getting the rewards back, then that's when you can see the enjoyment. So moving forward, in terms of the interviews, my number one tip for everyone that I've spoken to is just smile, look like you're interested, sit upright, just answer the questions succinctly. Don't beat around the bush. And if there's something you don't know, just say you don't know. If it is meant to be a really simple question that you have been asked, when people are trying to ask you questions in interviews, most times they don't tend to want to trip you up. So usually you would know the answer. Of course, only if you've applied to the right job, and you should have been, you will have applied to the right job if you've been called for the interview. So moving forward, once you've done your interview, and you've done the best you can, you've been the best person you can, you've sold yourself, then listen, you're going to get that job. And the fact is, it doesn't come easy for everyone to be that kind of likable person, but you can be that person in 45 minutes of an interview. Let's say it could last 45 minutes or 2 hours, 3 hours, or the whole day if you're a graduate, but you can be that likable person for sure, easy, within a day. Yes, it will take energy if you're not the kind of cheerful person, and you're not usually the person that stands out easily, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine, absolutely. So I don't know how everyone feels about this, but I feel like wearing a black suit to an interview can be quite risky. First of all, you don't stand out much. It's gonna be very, very plain. If you're going to wear a black suit, I would recommend wearing a really fancy tie, a nice tie, because obviously most things go with black. So or something else to stand out with. If you're gonna wear black suit, maybe wear really shiny black shoes, or just something that helps you stand out, right? So this blue suit is one of my favorites in terms of jobs. If I would really depend on how badly I wanted this job, I would always go for a blue suit. If I really wanted it badly, it's a blue suit. If I felt nervous, I didn't know enough, it's a blue suit. But if I feel really confident, then it's a grey suit. If I really want to kind of throw my luck out somewhere, then it's a grey suit. The grey suit for sure is kind of like my suit that kind of, you know, because I feel like I'm really confident already in that grey suit. It's just kind of like a neutral feel, and it gives me that kind of neutral look, and I love it. So this suit for me is very flashy. I think it definitely helps you stand out without you doing too much. The best way to keep this suit working for you is not being the loudest in the room, as you're already going to look very different to everyone. So this suit, I've taken it to a couple of interviews, and they've worked for me. It does give me confidence. I feel myself wearing this kind of suit. I love it. It does the job. So yeah, no, I love the fact that it's got this little touch here about knowledge is key for me. And then it's a Ted Baker suit. It's got really nice lining. Um, but the most important thing is just remember that you will get that job. It's very important to um, you know have that confidence. And if the suit that you're wearing is where that confidence comes from, just allow it. Just wear the best suit you can do. I'm not saying go and buy a bespoke suit from Mayfair or Bond Street or wherever it is, but just get a nice suit, get that mindset ready, research for the job that you're going to be going to, try to learn a couple of things about the company and just try to impress them with that information. Something, the reason why you're actually applying for that job, just remember why. And obviously it's to earn money, but at the same time, what's the other reason? You need to do that research to give you that kind of peace of mind that yes, you are applying to the right company and you're not just going to this interview for laughs. So yeah, this suit works for me. And if you have a suit like this and it works for you as well, thumbs up, guys, thumbs up. So this is my second interview look. What do you guys think? I think this works quite nicely. I would normally wear this with this jacket with any kind of trouser, It's quite versatile. Allows you to wear different trousers, And then obviously you can wear whatever shirt that you want. Yeah, so that's a good one. All right, so some of you may be wondering why I've got this suit on, but I just miss wearing a suit. I've not had to do this in a very long time. These are my lucky interview suits. Hmm?